this video is not meant to damage or harm anyone's reputation.
So if you didn't already know, David Dobrik's massive rise to fame has been in large part due to his vlog squad of friends that he has in every single video, with new members coming in and out of the group constantly. And Seth Francois, who is now speaking out, was a big part of the squad about 4 years ago. But with all the racial injustice being talked about currently, Seth took this opportunity to speak out about the racial injustice he felt when he was a part of the vlog squad. Seth posted a video to his Instagram and YouTube accounts where he wrote a long caption in summary saying that he apologizes for the harm he caused to his culture and community by taking part in some racist jokes in David's videos. Some examples he gives in the video are when two friends are doing blackface and Seth catches them in the act. Another one, Seth goes to get a drink and the whole fridge is filled with watermelons, which is a racial stereotype.
Coming over, he's our only black friend. Don't ruin this for me, okay? This is Alex, you probably already know. What's up? Hey, Seth, you want something to drink? Come on, Alex.
And lastly, where David jokes about turning Seth into the police because he had a warrant out for his arrest. And in the video, Seth claims that he doesn't think that David or any of the members are racist, but he just hopes David will speak out about these past jokes and condemn them, as they've caused a lot of pain and regret in Seth's life. After the video was posted, it got a lot of negative feedback from the viewers, with people saying Seth was clout chasing and taking advantage of the current movement to get clicks online. Also with people asking if he messaged David or Jason directly instead of just putting them on blast. After Seth received mainly negative criticism on the video, he posted another where he shows people praising him on his own casting business, showing he's not trying to clout chase and he has his own ventures. Then he also decided to do an interview with Dirty Don, who's another past Vlog Squad member, where he spoke more on the situation and spoke more about the pain and regret those videos caused for him, as he got backlash in his own community for them.
So we could take over this, and you know, we did it, and I'm happy to be here with you, my dog. I'm proud of you as well, because you were the face, and now we're transitioning into a whole new age.
Also bringing up another Vlog Squad member, Big Nick, and how he was miserable in the Vlog Squad as well, as he was the butt of many jokes because of his size, as he has a condition called dwarfism, along with some other health issues that caused him to be singled out. Seth also spoke on how once he brought up some of these issues to David took a lot of these past videos down, but he is still hoping for David to use his platform to condemn his past mistakes. In the video, he also praised Alex Ernst, another former Vlog Squad member, for letting Seth go live on his Instagram account to spread his message even further. And it looks like this is the story for now. David hasn't addressed the situation publicly at all, and since it looks like Seth is going to be continuing to speak out about it until he gets some sort of response, it's possible David will say something about it soon, but David generally doesn't speak out about these sorts of situations, so who really knows? For my opinion, because I'm a long-time David Dobrik viewer, I definitely understand that some of David's jokes might have been harmful in the past, and I actually remember watching some of his old videos and thinking that David might get in trouble for some of his jokes that he was saying. But considering he doesn't really make these kind of jokes anymore and has spoken out and donated to BLM organizations, it seems like he's really grown and understands that he needs to use his platform wisely. So that's why I feel David is definitely being supported by his fans in this situation. So if you don't already know what the Frenemies podcast is, it's essentially the best place for tea on the entire internet right now. And that's because it's hosted by Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein, both hilarious personalities with a lot of internet drama that they discuss on the podcast. And on their February 2nd podcast called the David Dobrik and Jason Nash episode, they got into detail about Trisha's negative experience with the group that led her to being kicked out and making tons of videos exposing the group too. In the long podcast, she spoke of the toxic environment of the group and how David was essentially the ringleader who controlled everyone around him. The most persistent joke that Trisha hated were jokes about her and her then boyfriend Jason partaking in a threesome with Tana Mojo. And obviously that is a very inappropriate joke to make. So Trisha begged David to stop making those videos, but David still did, even after saying that he wouldn't. Trisha even claims these jokes made Tana feel weird too, but she was never super vocal about it. This resulted in Trisha getting kicked out of the group. Jason also broke up with her because David told him to. All of this drama then led OG Vlog Squad member Nick Kazwani, better known as Big Nick, to come on the H3 podcast with Ethan and Ela Klein to discuss his time in the group. And oh boy, tea was spilled. In the clip uploaded February 6th, Nick talks about why he left the group in 2018. And if you didn't already know, Kazwani has dwarfism, and David often used that as the butt of his jokes in his vlogs. In the podcast, Nick said these jokes really took a toll on his mental health, and they really affected how he saw himself. In the interview, Nick flat out said, quote, "It's kind of like a cult. I would come home so drained, just like mentally." Nick says that he still likes David and Jason, but members of the squad would gossip about him and others in private, and a lot of the members were pretty arrogant. When Nick started to hang out with Dobrik, he had more than 3 times his following on Vine. But when the vlogs got popular and David started to be more popular, the dynamics of the group changed and David would use people for punchlines. Nick said in the podcast, quote, "I did allow it, and that's partially my fault, for David to disrespect me in the videos, and so everyone else got in the notion of, oh, okay, we can disrespect Big Nick too, because our master does it. I'm fully responsible for allowing it. I'm just kind of disappointed that nobody really thought it was wrong." Nick even said these jokes would translate over to real life, and David's fans would mock him in public when they saw him. This, of course, made him feel even worse about himself, saying, quote, "For a long time I felt worthless being in those videos. I was like, dude, why am I even here? What's the point of my existence? Because I was just treated like this punching bag." He went on to say how Scotty Sire and Jason Nash were 2 of the only members who defended him and were nice to him. Then Nick said he did approach David about the jokes and how he didn't want jokes about his height to be in the videos anymore. David agreed to that request, but cut him from the vlogs as a result. Keswani also said that he talked to David privately in December of 2019 about feeling used and that David apologized to him. Nick went on to say that he was not the only person who was treated badly and teased, and apparently the group would make tons of negative jokes about Alex Ernst as well, which is even crazier to me because I always thought that Alex Ernst was David's best friend. So it feels very strange that he would, ridicule him like that. Apparently the jokes involving Alex were making fun of the fact that he could potentially be a, quote, school shooter. Apparently members of the vlog squad would even gossip about David when he wasn't around, with Nick adding, quote, "I knew a girl who was hooking up with one of them, and she would overhear conversations of people in that group talking badly about David when David wasn't around." And coincidentally, after all this tea was spilled over the last week, David just decided to return to YouTube and post on his channel again. The last time David uploaded was 3 months ago on his second channel and 9 months ago on his main channel. So not sure if his return is a business decision to take attention away from, all the exposing that's going down. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but personally, I think it looks a little suspicious. David Dobrik has finally responded to allegations against him and his vlog squad that have been mounting for months, and even in some cases, years. But fans are not happy. On March 16th, David Dobrik uploaded his 2.5-minute apology video at midnight to his smallest YouTube channel, The Views channel, with 1.68 million subscribers as of now, which is nothing compared to the almost 19 million subscribers on his main channel. And if you didn't know about all the controversy surrounding David and the vlog squad before watching his video, then you definitely would not know why he's apologizing, as the video was incredibly vague. David titled the video, "Let's Talk," but was immediately hypocritical when he turned off comments on that video, as well as turned off the likes to dislikes ratio. All the tactics used here are to suppress the video from being seen, as well as suppress the thoughts of upset viewers. David starts off the video vaguely saying that he's going to be addressing some conversations that have been going on online. These conversations are allegations from former Vlog Squad members Seth Francois and Nick Keswani, aka Big Nick. Seth was a part of a terrible prank and has accused David of committing SA in that prank, which is an acronym for the inappropriate conduct in that prank. Nick also spoke about the toxic culture in the group and how he was teased on and offline for his dwarfism. David's recent apology also came the day after Insider published a massive expose on serious allegations of sexual misconduct by David and the squad, but specifically Dirty Dom. In his video, Dobrik said, quote, "Consent is something that's super important to me. Whether I'm shooting with a friend or I'm shooting with a stranger, I make sure whatever video I'm putting out, I have the approval from that person." Then he goes on to address Seth specifically, who has been begging for an apology from David on this matter since mid-2020. Adding, quote, "With the Seth situation, I am sorry to Seth. I just want to make videos where everyone who is participating is enjoying and having a good time. I missed the mark with that one and I am really sorry. I truly am." David then went on to say that he's decided to take down old videos himself that no longer represent him, as well as decided to distance himself from other people over the years who have disappointed him. Here he named Dom specifically, with David adding that he does not stand for any misconduct. Then on the topic of consent, David added that if people change their minds about a video later, he will take that video down. Finishing off the video saying the bad things in his past videos will not happen again, and he hopes to prove that to fans with his actions. So obviously this video is bad for many reasons. Firstly, he suppressed the video by putting it on his smallest channel, and he decided to address these serious allegations in only a 2.5-minute video, when there's a lot more problematic behavior in old videos that he didn't take the time to address. Also, the sheer fact that it took him so long to address these things is very upsetting to a lot of fans, especially since Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas have been speaking out against David for months on their podcast Frenemies. The release of the apology video was also timed very suspiciously. Uploaded the same day a shocking article was published by Insider revealing a story about a girl, who used the pseudonym Hannah, who was in one of Dobrik's vlogs back in 2018. To summarize the article, Hannah and her friends were in talks with Vlog Squad member Dominika Zaglatius, better known as Dirty Dom, and they were trying to arrange for Dom to have a five-some with these girls for the vlog. However, when the girls arrived and did not want to sleep with Dom, David and the rest of the group allegedly pushed them to drink, to the point that Hannah ended up sleeping with Dom but was too inebriated to legally consent. If you want more detail, I'd highly suggest you read that Insider article. Another shady move by David was the fact that one of the Vlog Squad's most beloved members, Scotty Sire, posted an entire video to his YouTube channel a few weeks ago defending David while trying to make Seth look like a liar, with people believing that Scotty's video was orchestrated by David. That video is now deleted. And to refresh you on Seth's allegations, there was one vlog uploaded in 2017 called He Thought He Was Kissing Her, super cringy, where David made Seth think that he was going to be kissing Corinna Kopp, a girl that Seth was interested in. But it was revealed later that the person he was actually kissing was Jason Nash, a 47-year-old man at the time of this recording. So David duped him, and Seth didn't consent to kissing Jason. In the now deleted video, Scotty says that the prank was discussed 3 times overall, and Scotty actually shared a text message conversation between David and Seth, where Seth requested for the prank to happen a 3rd time. Scotty also alleged that Seth gave consent for the prank to happen a 2nd time that was not caught on video. All in all, the video did not prove that Seth consented the 1st time, and it got tons of backlash from Seth's supporters, which caused Scotty to later remove the video and address the backlash in his community tab. But the smoking gun in Scotty's video against David was that David must have recently recorded himself looking at his text messages with Seth and then sent those text messages to Scotty, so Scotty would be the one to address it, and David wouldn't have to. Because you could hear David's voice in the video where he's reading out the text messages with Seth. So clearly David and his friends have been discussing this amongst themselves, and David sent all of them his receipts. I think the last point to address here is where we go from here. I think in situations like this it's difficult to predict what could happen because YouTubers have received similar backlash in the past and have ended up coming back unscathed. However, the bigger issue here is the legality of it all. And for all we know, the woman in this Insider article might be thinking of pressing legal charges against Dom and even David and the other people who were present the night of that incident. And for that matter, Seth could also be pursuing legal charges for all we know. David and his team generally avoid any backlash until it goes away, so they might be doing that again. And I think unless more comes out, this will probably be the last time that David himself addresses this. But like with anything in life, time will tell. However, since he uploaded that apology video, David has lost 100,000 subscribers on his main channel. So this could be the beginning of the end.
Hi guys, it's 1:45 in the morning and I'm finally by myself, which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic.
David Dobrik is back in the news again after his first apology did not go over so well. The YouTube star has been embroiled in controversy over the last few weeks after allegations of abuse started being thrown his way. Now he has admitted that his last apology was cowardly, and today we're going to be breaking it all down. After David Dobrik released an apology on March 16th titled Let's Talk, a number of people were displeased with his initial response to the allegations that have been swirling online. The main focus was the allegations that have been brought against former Vlog Squad member Dirty Dom. These incidents date back to a video from late 2018, and despite apologizing for posting them and associating with Dom in his last video, David decided to call his original response cowardly, as I mentioned earlier, which is pretty much on par with how people viewed that first response. Just having the comments turned off really rubbed people the wrong way. However, in his second apology video titled 03/22/21, David left that comment section wide open for any and all criticism. He even goes back over the stuff with Dom and says, "I fully believe the woman that came out against Dom and said that she was by him. I got consent to post the video, but even though I got consent, I should have never posted it. What I understand now is she sent that text because she felt like she had to, and that's up." Adding, "It was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's gross and I'm sorry. David would go on to say that he is planning on taking a short break from social media because he understands it would feel weird if he just tried to, go right back to normal. Dobrik explains this further by saying, "It doesn't feel right now to go back to posting how I had been, and it doesn't feel right to go dark because I love what I do, but I feel like it's important to show that change is possible and I'm learning. Maybe even forgiveness is possible." The main reason for this second video though was to really apologize again for how he initially had reacted to the allegations made against Dom. He now fully recognizes that he was wrong to have taken Dom's word for what happened in those situations, and that he didn't believe the victim. David goes on to say, "Not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke about what kind of a person Dom was because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine actually doing this to people. Not only did I discredit you, Ellie, but I platformed Dom and I platformed in a negative way where I made jokes about it and I reinforced that kind of behavior. I really let you down and a lot of people down. I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on and I learned from it, but I didn't address the situation." By this he means that even with a public apology, he still felt remorse for never privately reaching out to the victims and letting them know that he was sorry. A public apology is great, but if you've ever been victimized by someone, there needs to be a direct apology as well, and it seems as though David is finally understanding this. He goes on to say, "I didn't reach out to any of these people and it breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff while there were people still really hurt by what I made." Since these allegations came up in March regarding Dom, David has also been accused of fostering a toxic workplace on his YouTube channel. He was unaware that he had basically built a power dynamic that was causing those around him to agree to things that they weren't exactly comfortable with. Now initially when I said that David would be taking a break from social media, he also made sure to add that he was not going away forever. He is still a content creator at heart, but he wants to take the time necessary to set up a better environment, which would mean hiring, say, a human resources person for people to discuss issues they have without fear of being persecuted by their boss, aka David Dobrik. Either way though, we hope this sort of thing never has to happen again and that the parties involved have learned their lesson.
The Suicide Forest video. Like, David, shut the fuck up, dude. For real, like, time to move on. We get it, you're hot shit now, but I think I can speak for everyone who knows you. If you keep this attitude up, your time is coming.
David Dobrik has been a content creator for a very long time now, and although him and his vlog squad have taken over YouTube, it seems as though they are now falling apart. Coming in number 10, Logan Paul.
I walked in here during the party yesterday in the garage, this room, by the way, off limits, and David Dobrik and Corinna were sitting on the set.
Now, despite having praised David Dobrik in the past for his content creating abilities, Logan Paul has called David out on a number of occasions. In particular, Paul claimed that David had actually broken into the set of his Impulsive podcast during a party in June of 2019. He noted that David never asked for permission and alluded that Dobrik was most likely filming a vlog where Logan would be the butt of the joke. Now, Twitter users are pointing to a specific episode of Impulsive though, where Logan actually spoke at length, exposing David and the vlog squad for a number of controversies. His main issue with David was that he would not drop the Japan forest video that Logan had recorded years back. He made sure to let David know that if he keeps this self-righteous attitude up, that his time will come too. Coming in number 9, Liza Koshy. There has been many things that led up to the destruction of David Dobrik's career. One of those was the lockdowns in LA. This immediately stunted what he was able to do with his usual high-octane vlog videos. On top of that, he was under fire for sporadically pretending to speak in Japanese while picking through snacks with his ex-girlfriend Liza. He also began pretending to read the packages, even at one point saying, "It's not racist, that's like the sounds I hear when they talk." After he makes the comment about how his actions are not racist, Koshy replies with, "No, it's not racist as long as I keep saying no." Then throughout 2 videos, she continues to say no every time Dobrik mocks speaking Japanese, which obviously doesn't stop it from coming off as racist, and he felt the full force of the internet on that one. Coming in number 8, H3H3. Ethan Klein from the H3H3 podcast has no bones about exposing YouTuber David Dobrik, and he has warned people about the problematic content creator before. Recently, he took to Twitter to call out David and his close friend Scotty Sire for trying to cover up Seth Francois' allegations. In a tweet warning people about David Dobrik, Ethan said, "I have a lot to say about this Scotty video. Right now, I just want to say that it's sad that David sent his most liked friend out to victim shame and threaten Seth. Disposable isn't just the name of his new app, it's also how he feels about his friends." Coming in number 7, Seth Francois. Continuing off our last point about Ethan Klein's role in the downfall of David Dobrik, I must also point out the episode of H3 After Dark where Seth revealed that David forced him to kiss 47-year-old Jason Nash. According to Seth, it was all done against his will and that the incident was the final straw. Following this, he immediately left the vlog squad and even permanently relocated to Atlanta. Seth went on to explain how this makeout prank transpired, saying, "It was a video where David set up with Jason Nash and Karina Kopp and said that I was supposed to do a makeout scene with Karina and he was going to have her in an old man mask and then switched her out with Jason Nash. After Jason pulled off his mask, I realized that I was just touched by someone I did not consent to." Now, what's terrible about this experience was that this isn't even the first time Seth tried to warn people about David's behavior. On June 2nd, 2020, he posted a video titled "Accountability to All Creators." In that video, he apologized for being part of problematic content that the vlog squad had filmed in the past, much of which was referring to him as simply being the vlog squad's token black friend. Coming in number 6, Scotty Sire. So after a number of weeks where none of the allegations were addressed by anyone in the vlog squad, Scotty decided to take a shot at Seth Francois, as Ethan mentioned earlier. After being immediately met with backlash though, he backtracked his comments and took aim at the vlog squad instead. In the apology that he posted on March 8th, Scotty said, "First of all, I would like to apologize to anyone who feels as though I disrespected or invalidated their story. That was never my intention, and I mean that so sincerely. I let emotion get the better of me, and I chose my approach and many of my words poorly. I chose to make the video and share my opinion. I expected it to be analyzed and picked apart, but I did not expect it to hurt so many people, and so I've made the decision to remove the video from my channel." Now, although David was not directly mentioned in this warning, it was an apology attempt after he defended David Dobrik's actions. Coming in number 5, Carlene Contro and Aaron Guilfoyle. In addition to the multiple vlog squad members that are coming forward to speak their truth, we also had a warning from former members Carly and Aaron. In a nearly 3-minute video posted to their joint channel, the ladies clarify a number of things. First of all, they said that no one has told them not to speak about the allegations and that they just needed time to process the news. Carly goes on to say, "The article came out, we read it the same time as you guys, and I mean obviously we think it's disgusting what happened and none of that is okay." Aaron also adds that neither of them were present the night that Hannah said her assault by Dom took place. Now unfortunately, despite calling out Dom, they neglected to name David and other members that were present that night. Aaron just wished for everyone involved to take accountability and continue to learn why their involvement with the situation had an effect on it. Coming in number 4, Natalie Noel. Following Carly and Aaron speaking out against the vlog squad, Natalie, who is David's assistant and close friend, also broke her silence. She posted to her Instagram story saying, "I spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taking me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear, and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims." And I mean, for his assistant to speak out on the matter, then you know for sure that they have not been told to stay quiet by anyone. I say that because I know that there was a rumor going around on Twitter that his people were protecting him. Again, without naming, you know who is at the helm of all of this debauchery. It's David Dobrik, and anyone reading through the lines on these several statements can see that. But don't take my word for it, I have several more examples coming up where David is expressly being called out. Coming in number 3, Nick Kiswani. Nick's allegation towards David and the vlog squad could be the real ace in the hole that took down David. While appearing on the H3 podcast, Nick shared that his time with the vlog squad severely damaged his mental health, and that in addition to this, he already suffers from a rare form of dwarfism that resulted in him becoming blind in his left eye. While he was with the vlog squad, Nick was repeatedly mocked for his height and his disabilities. He goes on to tell Ethan, "I felt worthless being in those videos. I was like, dude, why am I even like here? What's the point of my existence? Because I was just being treated like this punching bag." In addition to this, he also called the group as a whole toxic and very much like a cult, adding that he would often come home mentally drained from filming with them and constantly being stressed about how he was going to escape from this. Coming in number 2, Danielle Bregoli. Believe it or not, but even rapper Bad Baby has joined other influencers in calling out David Dobrik. In a quote tweet attached to a video posted by Ethan Klein, Danielle said, "I got my own story about these two creepy f***s and he owe me money." Yikes, this is one person that you do not want to owe money. Danielle also added some fuels to the cancellation of David Dobrik after Ethan Klein said, "David's MCN is trying to remove this clip from the internet. This is straight up assault and he did it to him twice. Absolutely infuriating to hear him talk about it so joyously, knowing the trauma it caused Seth." Which does suggest that someone on David's team may be trying to bury some of the content that does make David look bad. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Trisha Paytas. Perhaps one of David Dobrik's most vocal critics, Trisha Paytas, has been calling him out for a long time now, but unfortunately no one would listen. In defense of what happened to Seth, Trisha said, "I was really triggered by what Seth said because I've been dealing with this now for 2 years from David fans and just other people who love to deem me as crazy." Not too long after this, a video resurfaced where Trisha is clearly confronting both David and Jason Nash about the makeup prank with Seth. In the clip, you can hear her saying that Jason always threatens to leave her whenever she questions his content, and David is constantly gaslighting her, saying that being mad about the prank is just crazy. I mean, have a look for yourself.
She was upset that I was going to make out with Seth, and so I flipped out.
You being mad about the Seth?
Well, that's not true. I was here.
Being mad about the Seth makeout thing is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I said to you specifically, don't have a make out with guys, girls, moms. I don't care. Like,
what if he was in a movie and he had to do that?
It's not a movie. It's David's vlogs. No one.